truth about Jerusalem. Oh my God.
Wait, you gonna go raw with this?
Didn't you just say
I'm
bro?
ready.
Hijo de
I'm
tu
ready.
madre.
I'm ready. I'm gonna pour everything out. Go ahead.
It literally, I was done. After that, I was done. I was like, no.
He's like, no. Go. I was like, you're in the most holy place in the world, you know?
You gotta think, man, think. Yelling. Mando's already walking away.
And meanwhile, there's like, what is up? Welcome back to another TCR podcast. Happy
Episode
Wednesday.
55.
Let's go. We missed last week. Sorry, you guys.
For the first time ever, we literally missed the whole week.
But we're back. And I told Lily Bay, this week, le debemos un podcast for last week and this week. So we might just double it up this week. You down or what?
Maybe. Vamos a ver. Because you guys, I know we always say we're busy, but bro.
Yeah.
It's, gracias a Dios, we're super grateful for all of you guys and everybody supporting us. As you guys know, we have Guariz, the Party Plug, Dominating Prince, and honestly, we've been so busy. We just hired somebody else.
Yeah.
And literally, we just hired somebody else last week. And literally today I posted that we're hiring somebody else. Right?
Yeah. And to top it all off, what's killing me right now, and I've never suffered from this, is a jet lag. My body is still in Tel Aviv, Israel, which is what was it, like 12-hour difference? No.
Yeah. No, 8 hours?
It was
7 hours.
7-hour difference. So right now it's literally probably 7 a.m. over there or something like that. And my body still hasn't fully adjusted. So I'm trying to get used to it. So hopefully after like this week, I should be al 100.
Yeah, I've been good, believe it or not, other than today. Today,
yeah, you were yawning all day.
I think I'm getting a little sick or I don't know what's going on. But today I was like this close telling Mando, a ver a quien buscas because I can't. But I'm here. We're making it happen. And hopefully this week we'll bring you guys 2 episodes. I'm not going to promise nothing, but we're going to try.
Yeah, but I got a question for you, Lily Bay. What do Mexicans cut their pizza with?
One of them things? I don't know. What?
Little Caesars.
You're so stupid.
Got it. It's been a while. You get it?
Yeah, that was a good
Well,
one.
I mean, explain to me. You get it?
Little scissors.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, let's go.
Like
What
Walmart.
is up? The dad jokes are back. But today, you guys, we have a full summary.
Yeah, it's going to be the truth.
Yeah.
The truth about Israel, the truth about Jerusalem, the truth about everything that we did last week. Because, we did vlog everything. The vlogs are going to come out soon.
Tonight.
But the vlogs are just like a camera following us around, not really our opinion on things, not really. We didn't even, let's say there was parts that we couldn't vlog or whatever the case is. But ahorita, I told you guys on my live, we're going to go in, bro.
Full disclosure. The TCR podcast is the cruda realidad. So we're going to tell you the realidad of what we went through, what we saw, what we experienced, and our opinions.
Yeah. At first, no les iba a decir nada. I was like, nah. We can't get into religion. We can't get into none of that.
Which we aren't going to get into.
Yeah. But then Mando's like, you're not really saying what you believe in, what you think is true, what you think is not true. We're just giving our opinion and telling you guys what happened to us in Jerusalem and out there.
Talking about.
So I'm like, you know what? Okay, I could do that because at that point, I'm not lying. I'm telling you guys straight up what happened. So it's not really getting into it.
The funny thing is that I practiced this podcast already on a Sunday night or a couple days ago with your tios. I was like telling them exactly like how everything went down. But I was like thinking to myself, I want to be more explaining like detail and vivid, and so you guys could put yourselves there when I'm talking, and so I was trying to explain to them everything like detail by detail.
I didn't go to my uncle's house that day, so when Mando got back, he told me that he told them everything, and I was like, you told them everything? And he was like, yeah, and I was like, what'd they say? Because my family, they're not really too religious. My grandma is. She was there too while Mando was explaining all this.
She was agreeing with everything.
And she was actually agreeing with it. So my grandma being super religious and seeing all that, you know, that just goes to show, like, somebody else that is actually super involved.
Yeah.
But, you know, saw what
we
happened
experienced.
To us, you know?
Yeah.
But before we leave at the end, it reminds me to tell them, if I don't remember, what my grandma told me.
Okay.
And what brought me back down.
Okay.
Because I might forget.
All right.
So, you ready, babe?
Let's get to the very top.
Scared.
This freaking trip literally started. This has been our worst flight experience.
Oh
ever.
my God.
Ever.
I don't know what's up with TSA, but oh my God, they gotta get it together.
Delays.
Like, no vendan tantos pinches boletos si no tienen aviones. Like, I feel like that's the solution, no? Like, if people are saying that there's not enough workers, flight attendants, okay, then don't sell that many flights.
Yeah.
You know?
We get to Tampa International Airport on time, todo el pedo, right?
Right.
Did I start too soon or?
No,
That's
dale,
perfect
dale.
timing. All right, we get to Tampa International. Ahí llegamos, todo el pedo. We ate our Chick-fil-A, todo. We literally get there to the gate like almost an hour and a half before. So we start chilling.
Correct.
Next thing you know, delayed an hour. We're like, dang, delayed 2 hours. Dang. So now once it said like 2 hours and a half delayed, we knew we weren't going to make it to our second flight in Atlanta.
Basically they were sending me updates, and by the third delay, I think they said it's just better if you reschedule your flight, right?
Good luck.
So I was like, what the hell? Okay, whatever. So they sent me a link. I looked to see what flight I can reschedule myself to for the same day, because they did have a few flights. But tell me why all of those flights iban a salir en la noche, the same day, and not arrive. This was Friday, okay? And not arrive to Tel Aviv until Sunday.
Even though they're 7 hours ahead.
What the hell?
Yeah.
So then, I don't know what made me think, okay, let me just look at Orlando
Good freaking
Airport,
call.
right? So I changed my search to leave from Orlando Airport, which is an hour away. And I found a flight that we could make, and it was going to arrive the next day at Tel Aviv. So mind you, this whole time that all these delays are happening and all this commotion is going on, I didn't tell my mom or my grandma nothing.
Right.
I didn't tell them until it was time for us to go to Orlando.
Yeah.
I was like, so we're going to have to go get our luggage from the plane and get an Uber, and we're going to Orlando. And I was like, why? What happened? And I was like, well, it keeps getting delayed, and we just got to do what we got to do to get out there. If not,
yeah, because at that point, if Lily Babe wouldn't have done that, we would have lost a day of our vacation.
Yeah.
We would have lost a day of our car rental. We would have lost a day of our hotel apartment.
Correct.
Yeah. All right, go on.
And I wasn't trying to extend my days more out there by me getting there later. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanted to come back in a week, right?
Yeah.
Because again, we've been super busy. So that happened. We drove to Orlando, and tell me why it got delayed again.
Yeah, it got delayed again.
We were over there, but only an hour, right? Then we get to New York.
Yeah, JFK. Yeah.
With 30 minutes until our next flight leaves. Our flight attendant, even though the captain even gets on it, he's like, we're gonna be there on time. We only have 3-4 people that have a connection flight, which was us. But you guys are gonna be fine. We get there, nobody's at the gate to basically bring that little tunnel that we walked through out to the plane. So the pilot came on, and he's like, we're still trying to contact them. We're still trying to contact them. And 40 minutes later, we finally were able to get out the plane. You would think we missed the flight, but no, because that flight in New York also got delayed.
Yeah,
so we made it on time.
It was something about the pilots. They were also delayed. But if those pilots wouldn't have been delayed, they would have left us. They wouldn't have cared about us.
Yeah.
There was probably 200-300 other people on that flight. So the hell with us, they would have left us there. But luckily, the pilots, were delayed, and we made it. We get to Tel Aviv, right?
Yeah, we finally get out there, and first things first.
Un pinche falafel. No?
Yeah, un pinche
Pita
falafel.
with
No, we
hummus.
went to go eat. We get there. I found a spot.
Mimosa se llamaba, ¿no?
No, Jasmino.
Jasmino. I was close.
¿Quieres una mimosa? Okay. We get there, and it has a lot of people even outside, and I'm like, bro, are we really gonna wait? Because we were all starving, you guys, and we were like, YOLO, let's wait. We get there, and as soon as we get in there, everybody is telling us that we made the right decision.
Yeah, it was so good.
That it's their favorite. There was people from New York and Canada in there that every time they go, it's a must. So we were super excited. bomb. It was bomb. You'll see on the vlogs.
Yeah, it's definitely on the blog.
That same night we went out, right?
Yeah, we went out that same night. We went to dice tu mom, it was una barra de muerte, like that bar. It was a bar. It was like it was a hole in the wall, right? The one we went to. You don't think so?
It was big. It was like a typical bar, like a pub.
The outside one where we sat outside?
Yeah, it was a pub.
I mean, from the outside, it looked pretty hole in the wall type vibe. We were chilling. We had a good time there.
Yeah, with the locals, hanging out, good conversation. We ended up at a club, which was super dope, right? Mm-hmm. It was kind of like, that club was kind of like, I showed Mando. It looked like it used to be an alley, and they closed it in, right? Closed it in, put a roof and everything over it. So you could walk up the steps to get in, but then there's multiple rooms. But from the outside, you could walk down into like arcades, and I don't know. It was super trippy, but super cool. But overall, we were only in Tel Aviv for that night and next full day. And what would you say about it? It was
Tel Aviv was a cool city. I did read that Tel Aviv, they try to make it more of a hipster vibe, so that's why they have a lot too much, in my opinion, graffiti on the walls, right? A lot of graffiti all over the place, scattered. When I think about graffiti, I think about Miami and Wynwood. There's only a small section in Miami that is specialized in that.
And it's usually art.
Art, right.
And in Tel Aviv, it was a lot of literally graffiti. How you see in la Ciudad de Mexico, así, igualito,
literally. So, but they push that. Según, that's what I read. They push that, and you know, it just
in
makes
the area that we were in, because
yeah.
I'm sure there's better areas, but we were staying by the beach. Somewhere by the beach. So I don't know. Again, we were only there a full day, but we did go to the beach. And I don't know if I'm gonna get canceled for this or whatever, but I'm from Florida, and you guys know that we're all about that beach life out here.
Yeah, we know beaches. If anyone knows beaches, we know beaches. I tell you that.
Yeah, we know
much.
Beaches. Anywhere I go, I rather tropical over everything. So beaches is like mi mero mole, right? But I noticed that when I got to the Tel Aviv beach, in the water there was so much like debris floating.
Plastic.
Little pieces of plastic particles, little pieces of paper, like all over the beach. It wasn't so much that it was like it would like give you like grossed out. Like a little kid won't even notice.
Right.
But me, that, you know, I'm a little picky, number one, and then I know my beaches. Seeing like cigarette butts and plastics everywhere floating, I was kind of like,
so you could visualize it. The plastic and the debris was more inside the water, not really outside.
It was in the water.
Right?
It was in the water, like floating around. Not even like on the top, just floating. It was like in the water.
Y chinga su madre, yo soy bien like I be in La La Land, and mostly when I'm on vacation. I honestly did not notice. I got in there. I was like, okay, this water feels amazing. It's cool. But
it was pretty clear. I'm not gonna lie.
I didn't fully dive
not like
in
out here, but
I didn't fully dive in. But then I saw Lily Bay walk out. So then I go out there. What's up? What'd you think? She's like, man, that's some dirty ass water. So then that's when I'm like, all right, let me go check for myself. And I literally saw that. I'm like, you're right. Let me go back over there where I was.
Yeah. So right away, it gave me the ick. So I don't know if it was just that area because, you know, just like seaweed randomly appears on the shore sometimes. I'm assuming maybe there was like a little debris island floating around there or something. I don't know. But that's what we saw. That's what ended up happening. So that's why I got out. But I'm not going to lie, the outside area I did like because they had, I think it was Banana Beach. They had like little restaurants out there.
That was really nice. The food was good too.
Yeah, then they had another spot, the spot that we were right next to, que tenía like music playing. And it kind of gave me Miami vibes a little bit. So that part is cool. So if you guys are going just to go get lit, ni cuenta se van a dar de la basura en la agua if it's still there. But that is the honest truth. That is what we saw. Let me know if you guys have been. Let me know if you guys saw that too, or maybe it was just a bad day for us to go, right?
I did notice that the city had a shitload of cranes Like there was cranes
they're
all
freaking
over.
growing, bro.
Yeah, I've never seen any city have that many cranes other than Nashville back in the day, maybe like 6-7 years ago. My bad, excuse me. But I did read that Israel is a startup country of the world. So like a lot of money is getting poured into there. A lot of new businesses are opening. So that's probably
there was
why,
a lot. Hay de todo. There's a lot of bars, clubs, restaurants, like little hole in the wall markets, everything. It's huge, right?
It's
For what I thought. I literally thought que iba a ser algo más chiquito, like landing in León, Guanajuato or something like that. But no, nada que ver. It's like a whole ass city out there.
I was searching for drone footage, and the hosts like they zoomed out, and there's so many skyscrapers there. Like we didn't see that many, like where we were, but from that drone shot, I'm like, damn, Tel Aviv is fucking huge. But that's Tel Aviv. What else did we do out there? We went to the market. The market was big. That was nice. We went to a Mexican restaurant. Had a good michelada there.
We stumbled across at a market. But anyways, that was it for Tel Aviv. The next day, we left to Jerusalem.
We drove to Jerusalem.
1 hour. A lot of people ask me, how's the driving? How are the streets? I compare it to las carreteras in Mexico. Same thing, right? Super clean. They look pretty new. There's not too much traffic.
In Jerusalem, yes. Like when we got right into Jerusalem. Remember it took forever to get anywhere?
Traffic.
Yeah, but traffic everywhere else getting back and forth from Tel Aviv to Jerusalem, not bad.
Yeah, no, it was good.
Our tour guide did complain and say, why'd you rent the car? Whatever, right? It's like, you can't come driving here. I'm like, we don't know. He's like, this city was built for donkeys and horses, not for cars. And it's kind of true. Like,
there's so many little streets.
But he hasn't seen Guanajuato.
Igual que Guanajuato, see the little like alleyways, a whole bunch of those. So day one, Jerusalem. We get there in la mañana. We meet up with our tour guide right away. And our tour guide, I actually found him through mutual friends that have gone in the past. I want to say we got him from Mando's cuñada or something like that, from a friend of hers. I don't remember because I hit up so many different people and a lot of people were available. Some people weren't. And then some of them gave me their friends that do tours. Y así andaba, right? But anyways, our tour guide, right? We get there. He knows English, Spanish. We're off to a good start, right?
Wait, you going to go raw with this?
Didn't you just say?
I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm going to pour everything out. Go ahead.
So when we're walking into the old city, which the old city is Holy Land, where the tomb is at, where John Baptist Church is at, all of that good stuff, right? And as soon as we walk in, you already know my mom and my abuelita are on the first puesto they see trying to buy stuff, right?
Quick.
But right away, our tour guide nos dice, no. This is a tourist trap. Everything here expensive. I take you to the good spot.
At that point, I was like, damn, this dude got our back. I love this guy at that point.
Yeah, because it makes sense, right? The tourist trap at the beginning, everything's expensive, whatever, right? So as we kept walking, again, my mom and my grandma trying to stop at more spots. I noticed that he would get like flustered, like why are they stopping, you know? And I would be like, didn't we pay you for this fucking tour, bro? Like, but whatever. More so because it was my grandma and my mom. Like, why are you rushing? So I went and I talked to her. I'm like, Ma, apparently this guy, maybe he's on a time schedule. I don't know. Maybe like trying to get. He was trying to say that he was trying to get us to point A, B, C, D at a certain time before all the crowd got there. That was his excuse, right? It was. But anyways, so I hurried up my mom a little bit, and he finally takes us to his spot where we could buy get everything for cheap, right?
So at that point, he wants us to buy all the stuff there so we could
literally
take it.
Tells us buy everything here.
Yeah, buy everything here so you could take it to the tomb and the church to get it bendecido.
Yeah.
So at that point,
we're church right after that.
Like this guy really has our back. Like he's organizing us very correctly. Todo el pedo. So go on.
Yeah. So we go in there. The first thing I walked to was unos rosarios que estaban ahí. Bro. $70 each rosario.
Not shekels.
Y eran como los que encuentras en las tiendas mexicanas, así like hanging, like the wood, the little plastic ones, like a little bit of everything, different colors. I was like, $70? So anyways, I ended up literally seeing a few things, seeing the price, and I turned around and went outside.
Wait, you didn't get nothing from it?
I had got a little bracelet.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But my mom and them stayed in there buying a few stuff, but my mom already had the side eye at that point. She was like, bruh, this is too expensive.
And I'm going to say, Doña Leti has, which is your mom, has a good eye for people trying to G her, trying to cheat her off, you know? So she caught it quick, too. She probably caught it as quick as you. So then from there, I think she bought like one or two things just to be nice, probably, right?
Yeah. And because we were going to the tomb area right after to Bendecir, and for all she knew, what if she couldn't find one along the way to make that happen? So just in case, se compró uno ahí, right?
She was securing the bag at that point.
Yeah. But as we were leaving, walking towards the tomb, my mom todavía se paraban los puestos and she would ask people for prices, right? $10.
It's crazy.
$5.
It's crazy.
The same ones, but $10.
The exact
same
max thing.
$20.
But let me tell you guys what this store looked like. The one he took us to, it had AC
compared to all the other little ones.
It had prices. Everything had prices. So, según they weren't cheating you off. Everything was legit, but everything was super overpriced. There was things there worth sold at like 10 grand. You know, the nacimientos made out of wood.
Oh yeah.
That's crazy. He's like, yeah, these are made out of wood, which I respect and all that, but everything was super overpriced there. So then we get to the church, and in that church is the resting area where Jesus rested before he got put into the tomb. But before all that is where he got crucified. So there's like 3 very important landmarks in that same church. So your mom takes the rosario that she just purchased, she puts it on the tomb, and we do the whole recorrido. At that point, the tour guide is doing a very good job. He's explaining, but then
still rushing us.
Yeah, still rushing, but then.
Wait, still rushing us and doesn't let us get in line for nothing to, like, for example, if my grandma wanted to get in line for the blood of Jesus area, she couldn't because he was like, no, we got to go over here.
For him, it wasn't important,
Maybe, but I don't know. So, wait, what was I going? I forgot where I was going with
So then we go to get in line to Jesus' tomb.
Yeah, so finally we get to a lo que íbamos, right? To get in line for Jesus' tomb, right? That line was like an hour long.
Yeah,
okay?
about an hour.
Mind you, let me show you guys. Let me try to paint a picture for you guys of the whole vibe before that. Before we even went, I looked up, I researched what is the weather, what do the tour guides do, is there a dress code? I just looked up everything, right?
Yeah, like the most important places to go.
Yeah.
Everything.
People were saying it's a tour, super hot outside, a lot of walking, wear comfortable clothes, make sure you don't overheat because it's a desert out there, so don't exagerar with your layers. But there was a lot of people saying that there was a dress code, that there wasn't a dress code. There's no rules. There's no website where you get on and you could see do not wear this, do not wear that. Right. No, there's none of that. It's just what I saw was based off articles, other vlogs of people going and just little things like that, right? Which I maybe saw at least 10, 20 different things with people saying different, whatever, right?
And we know that the Christian Catholic Church is not that conservative. So
correct.
You don't have to layer up. You don't have to cover up that much, right?
Yeah. And aside from that, seeing pictures and videos, vlogs that I saw on YouTube, you see so many people walking around with ropa de todo.
Yeah.
Like the guys some shorts
or sandals,
a button-up sandals, women, because it's hot. So I was like, okay, Mind you, Mando was about to wear black pants, and I literally was like, babe, it is so hot outside.
I had my whole outfit.
Do not wear black pants.
I had my whole outfit. I was like, this is perfect for this. Y todo el pedo. So yeah. I was like, babe, what you think? Do I wear the shorts or do I wear the pants? She's like, babe, it's hot.
I would wear the shorts. So it was like 120 degrees outside. Hot. So when we get there to the church, there's a lot of people wearing. I even recorded a video just for you to post as proof of people walking around with shorts and sandals and sleeveless shirts, a little bit of everything, right? So we're in line waiting for an hour with our tour guide is kind of there on the side waiting for us, right?
No. Our tour guide said, "Hey, you guys stay here. I'll come back check on y'all."
Once we got up to the front, he was back there again. Like he came.
Oh,
back.
okay, in the front, yeah. But that's a whole nother thing. I'm telling you, I'm gonna go ham. I saw a lot of other tour guides chilling with their crowd and explaining and telling you stories and everything that happened here. Y todo el pedo, you know. But our tour guide's like, "No, all right, guys, I'll come back in 45 minutes." And I'll see you in front of the line. Instead of him staying with us, you know, bonding, telling us exactly what happened, his opinions, y todo. No, he decides to go take a break and whatever, you know, go talk on the phone and do whatever he had to do. So then Lily's getting to the point where we're at the front of the line, right? Okay, go off.
Yeah. So once we get to the front of the line, two things happen, bro. Two things happen, which it literally, I was done. After that, I was done. I was like, no. So there's like a
Christian
guy
Orthodox,
up there, right?
something like that, yeah.
I think that's what somebody called them. And everybody has their phones out. Everybody, the 100 people, 200 people waiting there.
In line, yeah.
The whole time people have their phones out. Cameras are allowed. They're recording everything, right? And but as you get closer to the tomb, to the entrance, he literally yells out to everybody with the attitude at one, right? Yells out to everybody with the attitude, no pictures inside. He said, no pictures inside, only outside. No pictures inside.
Like rude,
okay?
And the strong voice, you know?
Mind you, it had just opened. Like, I get it, maybe at the end of the day, you're done with people. I don't know, but it was early. It was early.
Okay? It was like 10 a.m.
Yeah, at least. The latest, it was 10. So before we went in, literally, they only let in crowds of 6 at a time, right? So the group of 6 in front of us, he was letting them in. So as he was letting them in, I told my mom, which we were on the outside, I'm like, Ma, turn around para que te saca una foto de aquí afuera, you know? So my mom turns around for me to take a picture of us afuera because, again, we're not the 6 that are going in.
Right.
We're the next group. As he turns around, he yells at me, no pictures here. I said, you literally said we could take pictures here. No pictures here. I'm like, you literally said we could take pictures out here, not inside. No pictures here. And I was like, make sense. Like, what is it? But then, okay, it's one thing. Maybe he said it wrong. I don't know. Maybe he said it wrong and he meant to say no pictures out there neither, where everybody else had their phone out. I don't know, right? But the way he said it, I was like, I literally thought walking into the Holy Land, it was going to be like the monks movies that you see. Peace and quiet and super nice and everybody gets along and bowing down and no, right? That's what I thought. But once I heard him first yell, no pictures inside, only outside, and then yell at me literally to my face, I was like, oh no, I'm done with this. I was so done, right? And more because I wanted to say more because he took it way out of line, but I knew that it wasn't
not the right
time
place,
or the place. Yeah. And I was like, if this holy man isn't gonna hablar bien, at least I am, right?
Yeah.
So I just ignored him. And then as soon as he stops yelling at me, he turns back around to let the people back out because they let you in for like 30 seconds max,
yeah, like
right?
30 seconds.
Letting the people out, and it's our time to go in, right? As we're walking in, it's my grandma, my mom, me. He lets all of us in, and then when it gets to Mando, you can't come in. Or you want to say how he told you?
Yes. Go ahead. Like she said, her mom, her grandma, and she start walking in. He sees me and sees that I have shorts on. At that point, I have no idea. No one told me there's a dress code, nada.
Mind you, there's more people in line with shorts on.
Yeah, he's like, hey, you can't come in. I'm like, why? Like, no shorts. I was like, okay, what if I take off my button up and cover my, just wear it as a skirt.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah. Like I had how do you say it? Like a rebozo type of thing that he could have like covered himself with.
He's like, no, go. I was like, at that point, I was like, okay, yeah, my bad. I mean, I'm very understanding.
Yeah, Mando doesn't argue.
I'm not going to look for conflict.
He doesn't argue back.
Yeah. I was like, all right, cool. La cagué. This is your job and you got to take care of this. I was like, okay, cool. I started walking away.
Wait, as you're walking away, I hear our
tour guide.
Another tour guide tell our tour guide what's going on, why they're not letting him in, and Mando's walking out and he's like, oh, it's because I have shorts on. And they were both like, no, like
mind blown. Yeah,
what's wrong with him? Like, this has never happened. Let him go in, and the tour guides are like, I have people in my tour with shorts on too, mind you, not like a girl with short shorts. It was like a guy with like long shorts,
regular shorts. Yeah.
But as Mando's walking away,
the guy's like, what, you think you're at the beach?
Still yelling at Mando.
What's
like
wrong
fighting
with you?
Words, bro.
And this, I'm like, oh my God, like, I'm like, oh
yelling
my God, like,
in front of everybody.
I'm like, I literally turned around. I was like, hey man, enough. Like, literally, just
no
like
that. Bro, shut the fuck up.
Yeah. I was like, hey bro,
I'm not even
enough.
arguing with you no
He's
more.
like, no man, you can't come here. You can't come here like this. It's not the beach. I was like, whatever, right? I just said peace and love. Let's get out of here. But I don't understand you guys. You guys back home listening on your way to work or, cleaning the house. Just put yourself in my place right now. You're in the most holy place in the world. The most holy place. From there to me, there's really no other holier place in the world than there. Why do you decide to act like that? Like, that makes no freaking sense to act like that, to treat someone like that. And it's not like I was being like rude about it.
Because when he yelled at me, I was like, you literally said, like, I raised my voice too. Like, I'm going to give you the same energy you're giving me.
I didn't clap back. I was like, okay, my bad. I'm out of here. No pasa nada. But then he kept going. And I think he was just looking for conflict, or he woke up with the wrong side. He woke up on the wrong side of the bed. I don't know what. I literally don't know what.
Yeah, because again, he told Mando, you can't come in shorts, no shorts. And Mando's like, what if I wrap my legs up? No, you can't come in no more. Get out. And so, wait. Mando's like, okay, my bad. You would think that's it. Mando walks away and he's still yelling at him. Yeah. You gotta learn. No, he said, respect. No shorts. You gotta think, man, think. Yelling. Mando's already walking away.
And meanwhile, there's like 300 people or 100 or 200, whatever you want, back looking at me like, whole commotion. I wish you would have been recording. But you
could tell all the people in line were like a little worried.
Yeah,
like
is he gonna let me in?
Like, why is he being like that? Like, they were shook that this guy was acting like that, And especially because, again, there was more people within the people in line that also had shorts on, which we saw. But yeah, when they didn't let Mando in, and when that guy had that little attitude, I was like, you know what? I'm sorry, but today's not the day for me to go in this, because I just can't be at peace going in there with all this commotion going on.
Well, my thing is, this trip was for your grandma.
Yeah,
we all know that.
As long as they went in, I was happy.
So I wasn't worried, or I really wanted to go in there. No me quedé con las ganas. Like, the next couple days later, we went back in there. But my thing is,
and he was still there, still rude.
This guy that didn't let me in, didn't know the sacrifice that I did. Didn't know if I did a sacrifice. Didn't know if I had to ask for money, or I don't know, whatever. He didn't know what it took to get there. Obviously that was not the case or whatever, but he just doesn't know. And to treat someone like that, it could have been my all-time dream to be there, or whatever.
Or imagine somebody that saved their whole life.
Exactly.
And,
you don't know that. Day. You don't know that, and that's just not the right way to act. Yeah. Like, that's horrible. That's horrible. And mostly since you're a holy person and you study the Bible, or whoever this guy was, I don't know if he was just a random and they just put something on them to stand there, or I don't know, whatever. Just not correct,
Yeah.
Which is horrible.
So right after that, I was done with Jerusalem.
Was.
I like, is this how people are out here?
Yeah.
I was like, no, take me back home. I am done. But I sucked it up and I did the rest of everything with my grandma. You know, I still made the best of it. I took pictures. We hung out. Our tour guide was still rushing us around. You know, couldn't stop nowhere.
Well, let's fast forward, but rewind. We then go 2 days after, and there was like 20 people in line. But our tour guide, I don't know, man. This guy was weird, man. This guy's like, oh, you got to get there super early because at 3 p.m., 4 p.m., there's a line. There's like 300 people here.
Yeah, and we got there late that night.
I was like, is this during the summer or is this right now? He's like, no, all year. That's what our tour guide said. So I was like, we believed him. So we go 2 days later to the tomb. I was like, no me voy a quedar con las ganas. Ahora sí traigo un pantalón y voy a entrar a huevo. Ahora sí voy a entrar, right? So we get to the spot and there's like 20 people in line. Mm-hmm. I get in and I literally like have a visual picture of like what the tomb looks like. You go in and it kind of gives me like a cave vibes, like a cave.
Yeah, you have to dug down and everything.
You have to dug down and it's dark.
They have a candle the whole time.
The candle lit. There's no light in there, and it's literally like a I would say like a bench. It looks like a bench, right? Mm-hmm. And then it's but the feeling that I got in there.
It's like a prayer area. Almost.
Yeah, like a prayer area. Mm-hmm. And I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Like I felt the vibe in there. The vibe was amazing. I prayed in there for the 30 seconds that we were able to be in there, and I loved it. It was a great experience. But then there comes this guy again. Like, man, I'm praying. I'm meditating, whatever. Just doing my thing. And this guy, instead of being like, "Hey guys, you guys, all right, next," he starts tapping like, "Next." I was like, "Oh my God, this guy can't do nothing right." Mm-hmm. It's the same guy.
Yeah.
Do you see that? I was like, man, this guy, man. But whatever. Like, overall, like, I don't know if I'm gonna mess up what you're gonna say at the end, but I'm gonna say what your grandma said. Don't let the people there kill the vibe of what the whole meaning and how everything is. Mm-hmm. So that's the Jesus tomb. That's what we went through.
Okay, so after all of this, from day one that we were out there, rewinding again, dice Mando. As we were walking around with my grandma and everything, I remember that our tour guide mentioned something, and I was like, this is why this place is like this. Apparently, the old city is run by 5 or 6 different religions.
No, it's 6 quarters.
There's 6 different areas. Again, there's not one religion that owns the holy city. It's shared with different religions. And none of them get along. They all think that their way is the right way, and that's why.
Yeah, three.
That's why you'll come across situations like, for example, this guy at the door. And not only him, we did come across other, like even some of the vendors, some of the, how can I explain it?
Yeah, the vendors. I'll give you a perfect example. We're standing in front of a puesto, right? And this puesto, there's hundreds of people passing and everything, right? So you just trying to walk. But at one point, I was standing in front of his puesto. And he was like, go. Like, he knew I wasn't going to buy nothing, but I wasn't standing there in his way on purpose. Like, they were rude, man. Like, there's a lot of rude people out there. Mm-hmm. A lot of rude ones. But I'm going to say the nicest people were in the Muslim quarter. Those were like super supportive. I don't know if they just wanted us to shop or whatever. They're just really nice people, but the Muslim quarter was amazing.
Pues a mí todo se me hizo igual. Like, I don't know. It's because it's like walking through a tianguis and one area is Christian, the next is Muslim, but it still all looks the same.
Yeah, it does look the same.
So you could get lost in there super quick. So if I had any advice to give you guys is, yes, get a tour guide, but if you get a private one, I would be like, if I knew better, okay, but I want to shop at my own spots, and I don't want you to take me to get food. I'll get my own food. Because we haven't even gotten into that part.
Yeah, that's a good one. Be upfront with them. tell him exactly how you want to run the show and how you want him to run the show.
Porque te lo juro, every 5 minutes que mi mamá paraba somewhere, oh, why your mom do that? Where's your mom? Tell her to come.
Puffing.
Like, oh, why'd she do that? Where's your mom? Where's your mom? And I'm like, I don't know. At the end, I was literally like, I don't know.
And 15 minutes into the tour, he quit talking Spanish. Did you notice that? Like,
No.
he was not even talking Spanish no more.
I didn't even know.
He was like, puro inglés. Yeah, he said, fuck it, I'm done. Puro inglés. I was like, damn, this guy. Wait, I have a story. And I want to tell you guys, if you guys are listening here in the U.S., I want to tell you how blessed you are, how blessed we are to be here. We live in a free country, and we can't take that for granted, right? So I'm in the Muslim quarter, right? And drinking a Turkish coffee, which was amazing. It was different. It was a different vibe. The Muslim quarter, the people were smoking hookahs. Really cool vibe there in the Muslim quarter. So my tour guide, once again, he's like, hey, man, I think he was trying to make me look like a fool. Pero no pasa nada. He's like, hey, man, get your camera and go up there, try to go up those stairs, right? So ahí va Mando, trying to be adventurous. I go up to the stairs, and the first person I see is a woman cop. I don't know. She was a woman cop. She's like, what are you? I was like, I'm Mexican. By the way, I would tell everyone we're Mexican. So, you know, I don't know. I didn't want any problems. I don't know if they
supposedly, and yeah, they are nicer when you say you're from Mexico than you're from the United States.
Yeah, so anyone that would ask, they're Mexican. I was Mexican. No pasa nada. So she's like, okay, but what are you? What are you? I was like, she's like, where do you live? I was like, where do I live or what? She's like, no, what are you? What are you? I was like, oh, I'm a Catholic. She's like, oh, you can't come in here. I was like, what? Like, it was literally like stairs to go into another market. And she did not let me go in there because I was not Muslim.
That's crazy. That could never happen.
But a lot of people thought that I was Muslim, that I was Arab. Like my tour guide's like, I guess he was just trying to like see if I could play it off. I wish he would have said to say I was Muslim so I could go in there and see what the hype is or what's going on in there. But I guess I me quemé by saying I was Catholic, you know? So yeah, my whole point is like, that could never happen here. They said, like, imagine that. Like, it's crazy. Wait, I have another story there. I was on TikTok earlier, and I saw that in Israel, they recruit good-looking woman cops to recruit, so it could be easier to recruit men, right? So like, that's a whole like this is on TikTok. I don't know, it's just a story that I read that I saw on TikTok. So like, that's why there's so many young cops in the Israeli or military. Not cops. That's why there's a lot of military.
Yeah, because there was a lot of women cops out there.
There's a lot of women cops, so they recruit them and whatever. That's why there's a lot of military. I know I got way off subject, but yeah, go on. Where were you going with that?
You kind of.
Yeah. I'm just trying to give you everything.
I think I'm on the sleepy jet lag right now. Moral of the story is that day one, Jerusalem wasn't what we expected at all.
Yeah.
I know for me it wasn't. I know for Mando it wasn't. For my grandma, she was super happy to be there, super grateful. I know that when that whole situation happened with us, she was a little upset, not at us, but that it happened.
That it happened, yeah.
And she did finish, like Mando said, by telling us at the end of the day, don't let the way somebody else is being change your, like, I guess make me like less religious or have like a grudge against it or anything, just because that one person was being like that. And I was like, you know what? That's true.
100%.
I totally agree.
And I love that. That's great.
I'm glad she told me because I was ready to
give up on everything.
Become a, what is it called? The
atheist
over here. But the second time that we went, it was way different.
Yeah, we gave it a second shot. Way better.
Now that we kind of knew where everything was at, even though we did get lost a million times, right?
Yes, we're like, go that way, go that way.
No tour guide. We had already done everything with my grandma the first time. So I told her, Bita, we're going to go again. But this time, like, take your time. Stop everywhere you want to stop. Take them. Oh, yeah, because our tour guide wouldn't even let us take pictures. Like, rushing the whole time. Can't even take no damn pictures. So that's why I told my grandma, we'll go again. Take all the pictures you want. Like, if you want to stay in the church for, like, 20 minutes to pray or whatever you want to do, like, today's that day. So that's what we did. Super chill. We met a lot of nice people. We met a lot of nice vendors because now we were able to talk to different vendors, you know. No lines nowhere, thank God. What else? The weather was perfect that day.
The weather was amazing.
Time it was hot.
Yeah, that day, I think it rains. I Googled this, by the way. I think it rains 32 days of the year, of the whole year, 365. And it rained that morning. And it gave the whole, like, weather was, like, chilly.
Yeah.
And that just made the whole vibe different. Like, you know?
And, yeah, I liked it a lot more the second time around. Because I felt like a tourist. I felt like a little bit more Zen vibes. Maybe because we didn't have the tour guide rushing us and complaining about my mom and being flustered and all that the whole time, you know.
And our biggest thing is talking to the locals and them telling us their experiences, them telling us where to eat, asking stuff, and that's just the best part of traveling.
But babe, you know what I really liked?
What's that, babe?
The area, like the new city or whatever it's called, where we were staying by. You guys, that area does not sleep.
That was awesome.
Does not sleep. It's huge. A lot of restaurants, a lot of everything, and just so many people walking around, platicando afuera, having dinner. Just, why are you looking like that?
No, I'm thinking about it.
Oh.
I'm thinking about.
Sorry, he was literally like.
No, I'm thinking, and I didn't realize it till right now. Like, everyone's so joyful there, laughing.
Oh yeah, everybody's super nice. Everybody.
Yes, like joyful, laughing, running around. There's kids from 15 to like 19-year-olds. Just got out of school, but it's
with their little book bags.
It's literally
out.
Midnight. I'm like, where are you guys coming from?
Yeah, I told Mando that any other city that we've been to, for the most part, other than like New York or something crazy like that, usually if we finish our tour for the day, we get back to the hotel around 5, 6. We gotta usually rush to go get something to eat before the city closes, like the good restaurants and all that, right?
Yeah.
Pero aquí llegamos de los tours a las 6, 7. Nos bañábamos. Mi abuelita se miraba a ver una novela. I would watch Netflix. Mando would be outside chilling, whatever. Mando would take a nap.
Literally.
And we would be, like around 10:30, 11, we'll look at each other and we'll be like, hungry. I'm a little hungry. We'll walk like a 5-minute walk down to the main strip. Lit. On a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday night. So many people walking around. Like Mando said, people and with their school book bags todavía, and it's midnight and it's Monday. Like, oye, ¿no tienes escuela mañana o qué?
And you know what we did do a lot there is eat, and everything was really, really good.
Yeah,
the
a lot of different restaurants too.
Amazing tacos. We had barbecue, American Texas style barbecue.
Yeah, because by day 4 we were like a little done with the hummus. With the hummus, you know, and the pita. So my grandma wanted wings, and we're like, say less, bro.
Yeah. The food was amazing. The drinks, the vibes.
A lot of good restaurants.
Was great.
Yeah. So, yeah, the people in Jerusalem, super nice. Like, above and beyond nice compared to the Holy Land, unfortunately.
You know what? I just thought of something, right? Yeah. This is hilarious, you guys. We, her mom decides to go last minute, right? Mm-hmm. So we're like, oh, perfect. Your mom could stay with your grandma while we go out at night.
Yes, because my grandma, you guys, is the type that
She worries.
she worries. If it's after 7 and we're going out on the streets, she's worrying. So whenever my mom wasn't gonna go, I was like, how are we gonna do it? Like my grandma's gonna notice that we're gonna leave, and I don't want her to worry. Like I would rather sneak out and her think I'm sleeping just so she doesn't worry, right? Pero the first night that we went out, she worried a little bit, right? She didn't even sleep till we got back.
Wait, what I'm saying is that the first night we went out in Tel Aviv, your mom didn't go. But after that, your mom was with us every night.
Yeah, she was supposed to stay with my
Yeah,
grandma,
I
chilling
was
with
like,
her.
oh my God.
Para lo que iba yo, once my grandma went out there with us at night,
Yeah.
where we looked at each other hungry at 11 o'clock at night, and she saw the vibes out there. She was
Yeah.
out there every day with us, hanging out.
It feels so safe.
Yeah, it's super safe.
Safe, like young kids, 15,
Yeah, even at one
16-year-olds.
At one point, Mando had us walking to a market that felt
Oh,
like
yeah.
forever to get there because it
Yeah.
was uphill, like a 15-minute walk uphill, going through like the
Alleys.
neighborhoods, the alleys. So by this point, you were away from the main strip, and
It was chill.
it was chill, super safe. And by the time we got to the market, huge market. And one thing that I noticed about the markets that we did go to in Tel Aviv and Jerusalem, super clean.
Yes. Super clean.
Super clean. Not to bash, my beloved Mexico, but you guys know que hay muchas marquetas in Mexico that
Moscas. Let's
they're
not get
not
canceled.
they're not that clean, and
Yeah.
not all of them, but there's a lot of them. If you know, you know, right? Pero the two or three that we went to out
three,
there, it was, and they weren't like Americanized
No.
markets. They were like, we had to walk through neighborhoods and whatever to get there, and you know that it's like their markets because there's a lot of people that live out there. It's not tourists, nothing. Super clean.
And everyone calling you to show
Try
you their
everything.
product, try it. They're so helpful. Like, man, la
Super
gente,
nice.
la gente de Jerusalem es un amor. Like, honestly, like the true people from Jerusalem, they're amazing. Amazing people.
Super nice. And they all talk English, in case you're wondering. It was super easy to get around over there because everybody talks English. They were telling us that they are
It's
required to
mandatory.
learn
Yeah.
English in a school,
In
which I
school.
thought is cool, you know?
So, yeah, their main language is Hebrew, but in school, mandatory number one, you got to learn English, which the girl said that they're going to start pushing Spanish too. So, but all right, you guys, ya hablamos de más. We gave you a lot, and we don't want to give it all away. I'm gonna make you guys go watch the YouTube vlogs so you can see the more detailed visually on there. There's gonna be a vlog dropping tonight, Wednesday night, and hopefully another one later this week, right?
Yeah. And again, you guys, we didn't want to get into it, but we wanted you guys to hear our experience.
Yeah.
And how it happened. So it doesn't make us any less religious. It doesn't make us hold grudges against the old city or none of that. It was just, like Mando said, looked like some people woke up on the wrong side of the bed for God knows what reason. But it's okay. No pasa nada, right, babe?
No pasa nada. For me, traveling is just amazing. Like, you get to see different cultures, you get to see different lives, and you get to see that you get to cherish what you have.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I know if you're from, let's say, Texas, Cali, you're gonna love your city more than anywhere else you go, and that's what it's all about: loving where you're from and enjoying it and cherishing it more. That's just what I get out of it.
Yeah,
cherish
I
where
agree.
you're from and cherish your family, cherish everything.
Every time I get back, and I'm sure a lot of you guys do, I'm so happy to be back. So happy. Not because there's anything wrong with anywhere that we've been, but there's nothing like home.
There's no place like home.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
But anyways, you guys, that is it for today. So we'll see you guys on the next podcast, maybe in a day or two. I don't know. We'll see. Bye.
See ya.